Hey, it's your girl Jennifer. I am, yes, you guessed it, out in the yard working and did a little fall cleanup. Thought about you all. Wanted to jump on why I had the moment and the inspiration. I look crazy, but don't worry about the messenger. Worry about the message. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jennifer Mitchell Early. I help individuals and teams achieve organizational and personal success, and this is Leadership Matters. All right, so I was just thinking while I was working in the yard about all the trends and things I talked to you about, training and development and going back to the basics, right? And the last time we were together, we talked about going back to the basics and laying the foundation. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it somewhere in here or down in the description below. But I was thinking, when I first moved into my house, I'm on about an acre of land. I've talked to you about this before, showed you my property before, and when I first moved in, I'm in my grandparents' home, and I used my grandfather's tractor to cut the grass, which I affectionately refer to as Big Red. It's a tractor he bought the year that I was born. So it's got just a little bit of age on it, right? Just a wee bit of age. And I had to learn how to drive the tractor, so forth and so on. I've talked about this, and I'll put the video in the description if you have some interest. And I always get great inspiration when I'm out here working in the yard about going back to the basics. So when I first got here, I had to learn how to use a tractor, but as time went on and I saw all my, neighbors taking care of their yard, and, I saw other professional landscapers and looked at their tools, your job is much easier when you have the proper tools, right? So I thought to myself, every year I had a wish list, and every going into the spring, I'm in Northeast Ohio, so the winter, I've got a little bit of time to think about it. Going into the spring, I have a wish list, and I put on my wish list all the things that I wanted for my yard. I've done this probably for the last, 15 years. It's just here recently that I don't have anything else that I really want to add to my wish list. I've kind of amassed all the equipment that I wanted or needed. So I'm not going to be on here long, and I'm battling a cold, and so I'm going to make this quick. So one year I bought gas powered tools, right? Because I had electric powered tools, so I got tired of dragging around my extension cord. So one year I bought a gas powered weed whacker, right? I was like, I'll start with that, and then I'll get a gas powered blower, and then I'll be able to be done. Y'all, I got the gas powered weed whacker. It was too heavy. I couldn't hold it, and I couldn't do my yard with it, right? So I went probably half the season before I was just like, I can't do it. Y'all, check this out. You see that, right? You see, that's my extension cord holder. Way down there, it's my blower. Need I say more? I had to go back to what I know and what I knew how to use, and how to use it to the best of my ability and the best interests of my lawn for my lawn care. Okay, Jennifer, what's the point? You talked to us about your yard before. Okay, you're doing cleanup. You got electrical, extension, blah, blah, blah. The point is, people, thanks for asking. The point is, stop trying to learn something new. Now, let me put a pin in that. Okay, this is my disclaimer for this. I believe in continuous learning. I believe in, getting yourself prepared. I believe in you looking at your skill set and figuring out what's missing and making improvements. I believe in investing in you. I've talked about that. Again, I'll link it somewhere or put it in the description below. So if you've been watching me for any length of time, that I believe in you believing in yourself enough to invest in yourself. You want people to invest in you and give you, contracts and salaries and all this, but you're unwilling to invest in yourself. That's a disconnect, people, and it says a lot about you. So if you have the certifications and the education and the coursework, even if you didn't do that and you just shadowed someone and you learned all you could from a colleague who knows this, that, or the other, Bravo to you, right? Kudos. That's what you're supposed to do. What my point in saying stop trying to learn new things is specialize in something, right? So I could specialize in my lawn care and in my lawn with the tools that I had. I can walk my grass in the front in under 45 minutes. I can put my tractor on the back. I can be done in my yard now in like 2 hours. When I first started, it took me all day long pittering out here. I can weed whack, I can edge, I can blow my yard down, and my yard looks as good as any landscape yard. That took time, that took patience, and that took the willingness to perfect my craft. What am I saying? I'm saying to you, if you know PowerPoint, be the best damn PowerPoint maker and the creator in your industry, in your office, in your department, period. Flat out. If you don't know articulate or captivate, do you know that you can make animations in PowerPoint? I mean, I'm not talking about the basic animations. Like, you can really be creative. You can use other programs and import into PowerPoint. My point is, if you do something good, learn how to do that great. Learn how to be exceptional at that before you go on to something else. There's so many times I see people struggling, or, I talked about in the previous video about laying a foundation with the content. It doesn't matter how good it looks. It doesn't matter how cutting edge the technology. If the content is garbage, the program is garbage. The learners aren't going to learn anything. There won't be a transfer training. It won't improve their job or their life or whatever it is that you aim to improve and change a behavior with your program. So my point is, when I'm thinking out here, it's like, man, I've gotten really good at this over the years. I am excellent at what I do in my yard and in training and development. Believe that. If you question or you want to see, you can check out my websites, jennifermitchellearly.com, jmearlyconsulting.com. Check out my LinkedIn. I have I have my prototypes there, or some of my designs, some of my work there. Over 25 years, one thing I can do well is I can facilitate and I can design a program. Now, I may not be the most technologically advanced instructional designer, but if you need something done, from needs analysis to delivery, I'm your girl. If you don't know what the training problem is and you need it diagnosed, I'm your girl. If you need something facilitated and you need your participants to be engaged and to buy in, I'm your girl. If you need a behavior change, look no further. I'm your girl. I know what I can do, and I'm good enough to know what I can't do and what I don't really want to venture into. I am more of a stand-up kind of chick. I'm not really an e-learning type of designer. I can do it. I like to design with my participants in mind, and I like to execute it. Now, for a couple contracts and couple clients, I have just provided the materials, right? But I've been very clear about how those materials are executed. I mean, from the facilitator's guide to the participants guide, to any supplemental videos, to the scripting for the videos, to exercises, the exercise keys, all of those things. I'm big on application. I talked about this all the time. 1/3 presentation, 2/3 application. Stop talking people to death. Stop lecturing them. Lectures are just one-sided often communication, where the person who professes to know, or professes to be an expert in an area, departs their information by speaking that out. I like to facilitate. I am just the conductor of the orchestra that the participants come to the class with. I just help them, just guide them through the process. I just make sure that when it gets done, it sounds great, right? That they know how to play the notes that they're supposed to play. So whatever it is that you do well, if you're a great facilitator, facilitate. I can't say this enough. You can have excellent design and then your facilitation falls flat, and then, okay, who wants to listen to a monotone speaker speaking and reading off a lesson plan or facilitator's guide, and has no ability to bring them in to the discussions or engage their frame of reference and get their point of view on it, or perspective to enhance the training? That's what facilitation is all about. You have a great facilitator, excuse me, I'm talking too fast. A great facilitator will take very dry and mundane information and bring it to life. So for everyone who wants to be an instructional designer, for all of my transitioning teachers who think because you've been doing lesson planning and curriculum and all that, you've also been teaching, everybody. You've also been facilitating day in and day out for years. If that is your thing, run with it. I'm going to do better. I haven't done enough about talking about facilitation, and I am certified. I'm a DDI certified facilitator, so I'm going to do some more videos about that. But I just hopped on here. I said I was going to be quick. We're already at 10 minutes. I don't think I have the ability to be but so quick. To say, whatever you're good at, perfect that. Whatever you're good at, hone that first, and then look at what you have, look at what you're really great at, and then see how you can supplement it. See how you can add to it. Maybe you're at home freelancing and you can't afford Articulate or Captivate. How about Powtoons? How about learning how you can, really finesse your PowerPoint with animations and other things that people don't normally use because they have the ability and capability through a company to go to Articulate and other things. When you're freelancing, you got to learn to be creative. You got to make it do what it do. You have to be able to sell yourself and your skill set based on the tools that you have available. So stop worrying about the trends right now, okay? Stop trying to be a jack of all trades. What I want you to be is a specialist. I want you to specialize in things. And that way, in that way, I want you to market yourself as a specialist, as someone who can do X, Y, and Z at the top, at the very top of the skill set, at the top of the game, okay? If there are any questions or you have any other comments, go ahead and put them in the bottom so we can all benefit from it. I appreciate the emails. I appreciate the asides and the direct contact through LinkedIn and other places. But I really would appreciate if you start leaving comments below these videos so we can start engaging the communities. Other people out here who have similar questions to yours, similar experiences as mine. And I learn from you as you learn from me, okay? Let this be a two-sided, let this not be a lecture and video style. Let's let this be, a dialogue. Let this communication be two-way. I'm really feeling my clowns in the back, y'all, for my harvest. So that's why I keep trying to adjust the camera. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. It really helps the engagement.